Right now on Denver 7 News at 6 a.m.
Truly the world spotlight is going to be on Denver, Colorado at Ball Arena.
Last-minute preps are underway for the Stanley Cup final as Denver turns into a sea of burgundy and blue.
We're seeing big changes here at Ball Arena as we get ready for Game 1 of the Stanley Cup final. If you haven't gotten a ticket or can't get a ticket to get into that game, don't worry. There are plenty of watch parties to watch from.
You'll have one less option to escape the heat. The local river closing this morning because of dangerous conditions.
Plus, intense moments on the interstate. A police chase leaves 6 people hurt, including 2 officers. We have an update on their conditions.
And some colorful crosswalks are coming to Denver, but these special murals are more than just pretty to look at.
Yeah, they actually may keep the crosswalks safer,
Yeah.
which is good considering we got a lot of people coming to town.
They add a lot of character to town,
For the Avs. Yeah, it's going to look pretty out there. Good morning. Thanks for staying with us. I'm Nicole Brady.
And I'm Brian Sanders. Good morning to you. We still have a little bit of haze lingering around from yesterday, thanks in part to wildfire smoke from Arizona drifting over our skies. So not the clear blue and the clear look at the mountains that we're used to seeing. But it also won't be as hot as it was yesterday, Lisa.
Yeah, this cold front's a welcome sight, and it's a good time for it, too. You're right. With that smoke yesterday, we will gradually see a little bit more clearing here today, later this afternoon, and then again over the next couple of days. We're in the low 50s right now. It's about 7 to 15 degrees cooler than where we were at the same time yesterday here along the Front Range. So we are seeing a nice change for it. Beautiful conditions here from City Park and temps that are going to be likely here over the next couple of hours. Climbing not nearly as fast as they did yesterday. You'll find some mid to upper 70s by 12 o'clock there by lunchtime, and then we're going to see low 80s, low to mid 80s for highs. Denver right around 84. Look at the mountain spots where yesterday we had 70s and 80s. It's going to be 60s today. Bailey 72, Estes Park 65, and mainly 80s on the plains. Now coming up here in a few minutes, we're going to take a closer look again at our skies. Things are going to stay pretty hot and dry, but you'll notice that wildfire smoke here over the next couple of days does shift farther south and east, so that'll be a welcome sight. I'll show you when we're back in the 90s though, Jason, coming up.
And right now, Air Tracker 7 is right over the Rhino area, North Denver. And you can see that we're looking for what was reported as a scooter crash with a car where somebody was on a scooter, but I don't know if it was one of the rider scooters where you're just in a seat or if it was one of the like Lime other scooters. But you see there's 38th right here that goes over the Platte and then goes over to I-70. And it was back behind us, and so now they're moving, obviously. But I-70 looks okay, and I didn't see any delays in there right now. Take a look at the overall map, and you still see some heavier traffic here building on I-76. Very typical on 270, as you can see from the camera over there. You can see some of that slower traffic, so a long ride, 15 minutes to 20 minutes now, all the way down to I-25.
Well, game time is almost here. The Avs will take on the Tampa Bay Lightning tomorrow night at Ball Arena in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final.
And check it out, the Lightning are already in town. Our Denver 7 crew was there when the team checked into their hotel yesterday afternoon. The Lightning, of course, coming to town as back-to-back Stanley Cup winners. The Avs hoping to snap that streak.
Yeah, the Lightning better not get too comfortable here. Avs fans have been waiting more than 2 decades to bring the Stanley Cup back to Denver. Denver 7's Veronica Acosta joins us live this morning because we can't say it enough. This is a huge opportunity for the city.
It is. You just said those Avs fans have been waiting 2 decades for this opportunity, and now they just have to wait about 30 hours or so for that puck to drop in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final. Of course, the big thing here is the preps that have been done over the past couple of days in order to really prep for both Game 1 and Game 2. That includes a lot of prepping for the big broadcast, prepping some of that gear. Those are just a couple of the things that have been happening over the past hours or so. We know ESPN crews, they arrived yesterday morning here. They're prepping up at least 2 stages that are right here outside of Ball Arena. Kroenke Sports and Entertainment, they're also hard at work, telling Denver 7 crews plan to work around the clock. They're going to be creating different fan installations, and those will be right outside the arena doors. They'll also will be on hand to help with a variety of TV shows that are going to be in this area come tomorrow evening. Of course, we know this, it goes without saying, this is a huge game. Everyone working here is very well aware of that.
It is an amazing setup, and you realize that this game is going to go across the world over 185 countries. So you can imagine the number of cameras, microphones, special effects mics that we have in place.
And we've said this for a while now. This isn't just great for the Avalanche and, of course, all of its fans, but for the city of Denver, the other sports teams we have here, the Nuggets, Broncos, Rockies, even the Rapids. Listen to what the Denver Sports Commission had to say about that.
It's really hard to overstate the significance of hosting a major championship series like this. I think people are going to understand that we're a major sports destination. You know, I think you can feel it with our fans and people going to the game. It's pretty palpable. The excitement that's going on, and it hasn't even started yet. So,
and the preps aren't only happening inside of Ball Arena. We know they're also happening right outside near Chopper's Circle. That's where one of those official watch parties is going to be. There's going to be 2 others here in Denver, and coming up in the next 30 minutes, we're running you through where exactly those are and what you need to know if you didn't get tickets to the actual game, but you want to participate in all the fun. We're live in Denver this morning. I'm Veronica Acosta, Denver 7.
Yeah, a lot to be excited about right now. Thank you, Veronica. And hard to believe, but it was just 5 years ago the Avs were the worst team in the league. General manager Joe Sakic, who lifted the cup when the Avs won it back in 1996 and 2001, is a huge part of the current team's transformation. And the players were back on the ice yesterday at practice, trying to keep up that intensity. They haven't played a game in more than a week now. The team says the rest has been good, but they are staying laser focused.
I think at this point of the year, it's not very hard to get up for the games. You know, it's the finals, so it doesn't matter if it will be 40-day break. You know, I think everybody will be mentally ready to play, and obviously we have had a couple of good practices here, and we have a tomorrow too, and the morning skate. So I don't think it's going to be a problem, and for sure not any excuse. So it's every individual's responsibility to be ready.
The mindset that we have is just being ready, staying ready. You know, we're not using anything as an excuse. We're just, you know, if we're getting 8 days off, we're getting 8 days off, and we're going to make sure we practice hard and we rest up and we're ready to go.
Yeah, some players recovering from injury as well. Stick with Denver 7 all day tomorrow. Our Game 1 coverage starts really early at 4:30 a.m., but who can sleep right now anyway? You can tune in later at 5:30 p.m. for our pregame show coverage and then our postgame show immediately after the game.
New video this morning shows the aftermath of a police chase. Outside investigators are now looking into that decision to pursue a suspect on I-225. This led to an hours-long closure yesterday afternoon and also ended with 6 people injured, including 2 police officers. Denver 7's Christian Lopez joins us. And Christian, Denver police say they were chasing a potentially dangerous suspect.
Yeah, they were, and this all started when Denver police spotted a vehicle that was linked to a shooting from earlier in the day. Denver police had been investigating a shooting that took place in the parking lot of Bass Pro Shops around noon. This was on East Northfield Boulevard. Then at around 4:30 p.m., officers saw that suspected vehicle near 46th Avenue and Tower Road, and that's when that pursuit began and eventually went on to I-225. Police bumped into one of the back wheels to try to get that car to spin and stop. They call this a pursuit intervention technique, and that move led to a crash involving 7 cars. Police say the driver shot himself. He was taken to the hospital and is in critical condition right now. 5 other people were also taken to the hospital. 2 of them are Denver police officers. They are all expected to recover. The critical incident response team is conducting an independent investigation into this crash. Meanwhile, Denver police will continue investigating that shooting that happened earlier in the day. Live in Denver this morning, I'm Christian Lopez, Denver 7.
Thank you, Christian. The St. Vrain Creeks and River will be closed to tubers and floaters starting this morning at 8 a.m. In the name of public safety, the South Platte River Basin snowpack is expected to melt quickly with our high temperatures forecasted this week, and that is causing the water levels to rise quickly. There is a specific exemption for kayaks and whitewater canoes, which are permitted. Violations of the closure, though, will result in a $100 fine. Lisa.
It is right now a pretty start in the mountains. You have up and through the northern mountains, though, right now some showers and even a little bit of snow. We're going to see a dusting on the peaks early this morning. Skies will gradually clear out this afternoon. More 60s in the mountains today, sunshine and 70s tomorrow. It's going to get hot again statewide by the end of the week. I'll show you that on the Super 7 Day coming up.
Couple of new problems. One is over on the east side of town on the northbound side of Havana at, well, I'm huge. The northbound side of Havana, it's going to be right there at Colfax. But there's also another problem down here to to the south side of town. It's going to be just off of Dry Creek and University at about Detroit Street, where there's a possible water main break. Sounds like it's going to be pretty substantial, so the helicopter's heading that way. Get some more details as they get closer coming up in just a bit.
Well, there's some confusion among drivers on what to do when you come up to this double right turn. So Jason is going to walk us through what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do from the outer lane.
And this is hard to watch this morning. Roads washed away, entire homes collapsing because of historic flooding at one of the most popular summer destinations, Yellowstone. We'll tell you when the park may reopen.